Guidance for Standards 3A and 3B examines the CFA Institute standards related to duties to clients within the program. These standards emphasize the fiduciary responsibilities investment professionals owe to clients and reinforce the importance of loyalty, prudence, care, and fair treatment. Standard 3A Loyalty, prudence, and care requires members and candidates to place client interests above personal or employer interests when managing assets or providing investment advice. Standard 3B Fair dealing requires professionals to treat all clients fairly when disseminating investment recommendations, taking investment actions, or allocating investment opportunities. Together, these standards support investor trust and uphold the integrity of the investment management profession. Standard 3A Loyalty, prudence, and care establishes that investment professionals act as fiduciaries when serving clients. A fiduciary duty requires professionals to place client interests first and exercise reasonable care, skill, and diligence in all investment decisions. Members and candidates must manage client assets in a manner consistent with a client's objectives, constraints, and risk tolerance. Prudence requires careful analysis and disciplined judgment rather than speculative or excessively risky behavior. Professionals must also consider the long-term interests of clients and avoid actions that primarily benefit themselves or their employers. This standard reflects the principle that client trust is central to ethical investment management practice. The guidance for Standard 3A also emphasizes the importance of suitability and diversification in portfolio management. Investment recommendations and actions must align with the specific financial circumstances, investment objectives, liquidity needs, and risk tolerance of each client. Professionals should gather sufficient information regarding client profiles before providing advice or managing portfolios. Diversification is generally required unless clients explicitly direct otherwise, because concentrated portfolios may expose clients to unnecessary risk. The standard further requires members to vote proxies and exercise ownership rights responsibly when authorized to do so. These obligations reinforce that fiduciary duty extends beyond investment selection to all aspects of managing client assets responsibly and ethically. Standard 3B Fair dealing requires CFA Institute members and candidates to deal fairly and objectively with all clients when communicating investment recommendations, making portfolio decisions, or allocating investment opportunities. Fair dealing does not necessarily mean identical treatment for every client, but it does require equitable access to investment information and recommendations. Professionals may not favor certain clients over others based on personal relationships, compensation incentives, or account size. For example, preferred clients should not receive advance access to investment recommendations before dissemination to other clients. Fair treatment helps preserve market integrity and reinforces confidence in the professionalism and objectivity of investment advisors and portfolio managers. The guidance for Standard 3B discusses practical procedures firms may implement to support fair dealing obligations. Investment firms often establish policies governing simultaneous dissemination of recommendations, equitable trade allocation, and documentation of investment decisions. Timestamped records, restricted access procedures, and formal communication systems help ensure clients receive recommendations fairly and consistently. Trade allocation procedures are especially important when investment opportunities are limited or partially filled. In such cases, portfolio managers should allocate transactions equitably according to predetermined policies rather than personal preferences. Maintaining fairness in client treatment strengthens trust, reduces conflicts of interest, and promotes transparency within professional investment management activities. Overall, topic demonstrates that Standards 3A and 3B are fundamental to maintaining ethical client relationships within the investment profession. Loyalty, prudence, and care require professionals to act as fiduciaries and prioritize client welfare above all competing interests. Fair dealing ensures that clients receive equitable treatment regarding recommendations, investment opportunities, and portfolio actions. These standards reinforce the importance of professionalism, transparency, objectivity, and disciplined portfolio management. Ethical treatment of clients strengthens investor confidence and supports the credibility of financial institutions and capital markets. For CFA candidates, mastering these guidance standards is essential because fiduciary responsibility and fair client treatment are core obligations in investment management and advisory practice worldwide.